Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We're going to have a repeat of yesterday's weather. We'll be 50 and sunny. Yesterday was just gorgeous. Enjoy it today for your Wednesday, February 26th, because tomorrow we get rain. Clouds and rain. It may not be a full washout, but you're going to get a bunch of it, and definitely going to be not like yesterday, not like today. So a day to get outside, take that walk, enjoy it. You may not be able to do it tomorrow. I was watching the other day. I don't know if I recommend this show. Sometimes I will, give you the full recommendation, or I'll tell you it's a treadmill show, which is my way of saying it's an easy watch. You could watch it while walking on the treadmill. You can only pay half attention. That's fine. I watched a show the other day that was interesting, but what they did in 2 episodes, they could have done in 1 episode. It was like a short, limited series, took way too long. It was a story about a person I've never heard of. His name is Jimmy Savile, and he was like a huge radio host and TV personality in the UK. And, I mean, just massive. Like, you watch this documentary. It's on Netflix, by the way. Massive, and did a ton of charity work, was friends with the royals, like close friends, like they would hang out all the time, and Prince Charles at the time, before being king, would ask for his advice on stuff. I mean, he was literally like imagine Ryan Seacrest. He was like the Ryan Seacrest of the UK. And then all these accusations followed him throughout his life about how he was maybe a pedophile and maybe doing bad things behind the scenes, which you could tell. As you watch the documentary, you could tell that's exactly what's taking place, and obviously that's why they're doing the documentary. And it follows his story. I'd never heard of him before, but interesting. A little too long. I'm going to tell you right now. The documentary's a little too long, but for somebody I never heard about, I can't believe, like, huge star out there in England and stuff, and just a lot of really bad. I mean, he was a bad person behind the scenes, really, really bad. So it's an interesting one if you're going to check it out. All right, so I was looking at this earlier today. I think I mentioned this a little while back. A food influencer on TikTok has a video where she ate a $19 strawberry at a place in Beverly Hills. Posh market, look, I mean, it's in a spot where people are paying extra for things that you really shouldn't be paying for. But this special strawberry, it's one strawberry. Allegedly, it's just giant and juicy and luxurious, and it's from Japan, and apparently it's the best tasting strawberry in the world. Comes out to you on a circular tray with a plastic top around it, almost like a snow globe. It looks as absurd as it sounds. It looks just as absurd. For what it's worth, this random influencer approves, saying it's the best strawberry she's ever had in her whole life. $19 strawberry in Beverly Hills, if you're interested. And then there's this one. Beware, okay? And there's a couple of things we got to get through in this story. A man in Nebraska is dealing with a mess after his daughter was born at home. It was an at-home birth, and never received a birth certificate or social security number. Now, here's what happened, right? And the first thing I said to myself is, I never thought of that. You're born at home, you do one of those home births. What happens? So a man from Omaha, Nebraska, Jason Kilburn, he has custody of his 2-year-old daughter, and the mother's not in the picture. So the baby was born at the house and only received what's called a certificate of live birth, an unofficial document that hospitals submit to start the process of generating government-issued birth certificates. All right, so you get this certificate of live birth, then the hospital submits it, and then you get your social security number and you get all the things that come with it. But apparently that process never happened. Whether the person assisting the birth never submitted it, maybe it was the father's, duty to submit it. I don't know. But now 2 years later, Jason, the father, is looking at, health insurance and looking to get certain child care and services for his daughter. And they were asking for a Social Security card and a usable birth certificate. And he's like, yeah, I got to check on that. So now he's, how the government can work. He's going through all the bureaucracy of the government to try to get a Social Security number and a real birth certificate for this baby. But that's not where the problem ends. The baby, Caroline, was never officially given a name. There's no birth certificate with a name. So this certificate of live birth, apparently it computer generates a name. If you don't give it a name, it will compute, almost like when you have to make a new password for a website or an app, and it'll computer generate some crazy one with a lot of letters and numbers, and you're like, no, I want to make my own. So on this certificate, it spelled Unikite. Imagine Unakite. That's the baby's first name. Middle name is 13. Last name is Hotel. So the official name, according to the government, of this child is Unikite 13 Hotel. And the baby doesn't have a Social Security number. And a whole thing. This was a piece on NBC News, by the way, and something to think about. I mean, all three of my kids were born at St. Charles Hospital. Felt pretty good about it. Nice maternity ward. We had a good time. We left there fine. Everything was good. So if you're having a home birth, something to remember, something to think about. Plenty more to do this morning. You're Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment, less than 20 minutes away, about 8:12. Late 8 o'clock hour, National Day's Good News Stories. We'll tell you the story also about Jo-Ann Fabrics. A lot of you may have gone into a Jo-Ann Fabrics over your lifetime. Not a good ending for Jo-Ann Fabrics. We will get into it. And plenty more. Reminder, Tyler Hubbard, Parmalee, Brandon Wisham, DJ Deuce, on sale Saturday, August 16th at the Catholic Health Amphitheater at Bald Hill. We are so ready for summer. Ticketmaster.com for the big show mid-August on a Saturday. What's bad about that? Tyler Hubbard coming back to Long Island, our big headliner with Parmalee, and cannot wait for it. Beautiful day, 50, sunshine, just like yesterday. We're going to get rain tomorrow, so enjoy the day today. Phathead and Cande, My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.